Okay guys, thanks for joining us on the 5th and final episode on our 5-part series on top 5 smoked entrees. And today we're finishing with a universal classic in smoked mac and cheese. Now you'll notice we don't have any ingredients down here, and that's because most of the preparation for mac and cheese takes place in the kitchen. So today I'm going to get one of the production team to give me a hand, and then we're going to prepare it in the kitchen, get it back down in the smoker. So let's get started. All right. So before we hand over to our junior master chef, we're going to talk about the ingredients that we need to make a smoked mac and cheese. Okay, you'll need 4 cups of shredded cheese, any cheese you like. We've used Colby, Mozzarella and Parmesan, and you need 500 grams of Macaroni Elbows. You need 2 cups of milk, 1/4 cup of flour and 1/4 cup of butter, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, and an optional 1 tablespoon of mustard powder, which gives it some great flavour and colour. You also need a cup of panko breadcrumbs. Okay, so now we know what's needed to make our smoky mac and cheese. We need to first cook the pasta. So we've got some water boiling on the stove. We want to cook our pasta so it's just a little bit soft, but still rubbery in texture, because it'll continue to cook once we put it into the cheese mix and we whack it in the smoker. So let's grab a bowl of pasta. Let's get it in the water. Okay, pretty simple here. Add both bowls of pasta to your boiling water. Making sure to stir regularly so as not to stick to the bottom. Now while the pasta's cooking, add your butter to a pot, as well as your 1/4 cup of flour, and mix the two together until the flour's dissolved and the butter's melted. Once that's done, take your milk and add that to the pot while stirring. Now add in your salt and your pepper, as well as your mustard powder. Give that a good stir and allow it to simmer on a low heat. And once your pasta's cooked, just strain the water and put the pot back on the stove. Now's the fun part, adding the cheese to your mix. Now pour all your cheese in, and when you've got all that into the pot, make sure you start whisking it straight away. Now this will be a real test on the forearms, as it will thicken up really quickly. And once you get a nice rubbery consistency like this, it's time to add your pasta. Now again, giving those forearms a really good workout, mix all that pasta around in the melted cheese. Okay, so once you've done mixing your pasta and the cheese, pour it into a tray. Now I've put some baking paper down just to make cleanup afterwards easier, but you could also just spray some oil and add it directly to a tray. Now finally, add a little bit more butter to a hot pan and melt that down. And then add your panko breadcrumbs, mix that all around and just let those breadcrumbs brown off. Finally, when that's done, sprinkle them over the top of your pasta. Okay, good job, Master Chef. So we've finished cooking our mac and cheese. It's ready to go into the smoker, and it's at this point here you can really be creative. So you might want to add shallots, you might want to add some bacon bits, you could add leftover pulled pork or pulled brisket or something like that to the top of it, just to be creative. But as this is a side dish to our meat, we're just going to keep it as traditional. So we're going to take it down to the smoker. Now this is where you can really vary your times in your cooking. So if you're cooking something and it's quite hot, then you need less time in the smoker. If you're really low and slow, you might need a little bit longer, but I don't like to leave it in there for too long because it tends to dry the cheese out. So no more than 40 minutes tops should be plenty. So we're cooking about 125 today, so half an hour should be fine. We really just want it to absorb the smoke and just finish that pasta cooking. So let's get it down to the smoker, let's get it done. right, so there's our finished product, mac and cheese. Pretty simple. Probably only spent about 25 minutes in the smoker there, and you can see it's just browned off nicely. Got a good smoke flavour. So we're going to enjoy this now. Let's see how cheesy it is. Ready? Dig in. Beautiful. So we're going to go and enjoy this. Thanks for joining us on our 5-part series. Check out the other 4 episodes for other top entrees or side dishes to do with your meats. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and check out our Instagram page as well at Red Smoke BBQ. We'll see you on the next video. Cheers.